G'day football fans, and welcome to a brand new series here on Dylan on the Ball. We are taking charge of Brentford. The series is Brentford to big time, or Brentford to the big time, whatever you reckon. The idea is we're either going to take Brentford to the big time, to the Champions League, to winning Premier Leagues, or take ourselves to the big time once we're too good for Brentford. I don't know. The reason being, Brentford, I mean, it's only their second ever Premier League season. They did previously, make it to the top division in English football pyramid back in the 1930s and 40s. Their best ever finish being a 5th place finish. We're looking to beat that. This season they're coming 9th. I've loaded in, obviously, the winter update has come out for Football Manager, prompting the start of this series. And I've managed to get a career where, look, they're coming 9th. I mean, that's as best as I could do, really. I mean, I tried a lot. Like, this video is coming out later than it usually would on a Sunday. I tried. Like, I really tried. Anyway, I'm very excited. I've got a tactic set up. I've got this way we're going to play. Today we're going to go through the tactic, the squad, and we're going to play the first game, which happens to be against Arsenal. So before we get into it, make sure you do leave us a like down below. Subscribe if you want to stick around for the series. See where Brentford end up, where we end up, all that sort of stuff. Comment down below what you think of the series. What do you think of the tactic, the players, who we should buy, who we should get rid of, all that sort of stuff. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know down below, and let's take a look. So, as I said, we did manage to load into a save where we got them in 9th place. It's not a perfect science. It's not the exact league table that you know and love on the 5th of March 2023. It's not a perfect science, but, you know, some of the teams are in the right areas, and like Newcastle's coming 5th. It's decent. I mean, Brighton are the casualties. It's not good for Brighton. It's also not good for Manchester United because I don't think they won the League Cup. If we head back here, we got knocked out at the quarterfinal, but the Carabao Cup was won by Crystal Palace, of all teams, on penalties over Aston Villa. Crystal Palace coming 15th. Anyway, we've got 13 games left in the season. Today we've got Arsenal, of all teams, to start us off. Part of the agreement, or the current vision that you're accepting when you come into the club, they want us to play attacking football, and that's what we're going to do. I'm not ever going to say that, I'm going to be incredibly better than Thomas Frank or anything like that, but we're going to be attacking. That's the hope anyway. Firstly, let's take a look at the squad, see if we can make out what shape we should be playing. So just looking at the first team, then you can see it's a rather large squad. I mean, how many people have we got in it? We've got 24 people is decent. It's probably a little bit large for me. There probably is going to be people that don't play, like Roy Seiler here, who hasn't played yet and is little Albanian central midfielder who is rubbish. I might just move him to the under-21s because I just don't need him. There's just no way he's ever going to play. Anyone else here never playing? Why is Frank Onyeka never playing? He hasn't played one bit. Anyway, looking at the squad, look, we've got 4 people capable of playing up front, so we could play with 2 strikers. We've got how many defensive, centre-back options? 1, 2, 3, 5? 5 centre-back options, but only really 3 wing-back options. That's a problem, and one of them's only played 6 games this season. He's wanted by Leeds. He's fairly he's decent for Brentford, I guess. He's fairly decent, and he's the only real right-back option. I guess Aaron Hickey's been playing there. He's either-footed, which is decent, but, I mean, ideally he'd be on the left, I think. From memory, he's more left side than he is right, but I might be basing that off not a whole lot of actual watching him play. As for the rest of the team, a lot of old centre-backs, so that'll be something that we'll need to look at next season, between Jorgensen, Janssen, Pinnock, and me. I mean, average age of 32 really, or 31 or something. It's not good. It doesn't look good, basically. They're 32, 29 and 33, which isn't great. Ivan Toney, only 26, is great. He'll be here for a few years then, so we'll hopefully basically just use him. Keane Lewis Potter, he's decent. Have they bought him in this season or something? What's the story? He must be there in real life, I guess, or in reality. I don't know. In real life makes it sound like. Anyway, he looks pretty decent for a 22-year-old attacking midfield option, I guess. Looks pretty good to me. probably still play off the bench. Jon Wissa's been stitched up a bit. He's only played 7 times off the bench. Ivan Toney and Brian Mbeumo playing the most, which, spoiler alert, that's probably how it's going to continue. This is don't know how I want to shape up, because really I need to have Brian Mbeumo and Ivan Toney both on the pitch, but I don't know if then the rest of the striking options are good enough with Kevin Sade. I don't know how to say it. I said Sade. I think that's a rapper, like a hip-hop R&B artist from the early 2000s. Anyway, lots of defensive midfield options, so I guess we could go with a holding midfielder, but then Matthijs Jansen isn't really... I mean, he's not good at it yet, but he definitely could be, and I mean, maybe we could put him in there as like a deep-lying playmaker or something like that, and Aya is probably our best centre-back. And he'll be here, hopefully, for a few years. He is wanted, though, by Tottenham. So is Rico Henry. Roslev was wanted by Leeds, was it? Yeah. And then Josh De Silva. Is he... Don't really care about Josh De Silva, I gotta be honest. Godos is wanted by West Brom. Don't care. He can go if he wants. Baptiste. Shandon. Yeah, righto. Look, I'm going to play a 3 at the back thing, because I haven't in a while, and haven't on a YouTube series. So I'm going to play a 3 at the back. I'll work it out from there, but... Give me 2 seconds. I'll set up a tactic and put in and talk you through the lineup that I'm thinking. We'll see how it shapes up. All right, so I've done something. Look, I'm not sure if this is what we'll stick with. I guess. Look, we've got 13 games left in this season to see if this works, and then we can start to go to something different next season. I don't know. It does. Look, it's a. I guess it's a 3-4-2-1? No. What? Anyway, it's got 3 centre-backs. We've got 2 wide centre-backs, which I don't actually think I used this this Football Manager or last one, so, I mean, it's worth a go. We've then got wing-backs on attack, hoping to get forward. 2 holding midfielders, deep-lying playmaker on support, and then a ball-winning midfielder. An advanced playmaker, and a second striker in behind a complete forward. Looking to play, fairly direct, overlap. Look, it's not rocket science. Just sort of put it together in 2 or 3 minutes. Didn't really think about it too much, but the bit that I do want to think about is the lineup. And I guess we'll start with the goalkeeper. Of course, with David Raya, who we will need to get a new contract. It runs out at the end of next season. I know in real life, there's been issues with him whether he will sign a new contract or not. I do think he is better than Strakosha. So, look, we might need to get him on a new contract as soon as we can. Then for the centre-backs, we need to look at sort of pace and crossing and stuff. He's 13 pace. Whose Pinnock is left-footed, so he'd be on the left side. Jansen is right-footed and not great at crossing. And then Jorgensen is also similar, I guess. Then Ben Mee would also be on the left-hand side. So what we'll go with is one of them will be Aya on the right. We'll then have, I think, Jansen through the middle and Ben Mee on the left to start with. Obviously, fluid. We've got 13 games to work it out. This is just off the top of my head what I think we'll go with. Can we compare him with Hickey? What's the difference? Look, Roslev's probably better. We're going to start him. I mean, for whatever reason in this simulation, I guess, Thomas Frank wasn't loving Mads Roslev, but I'm going to give him a go. I'm going to give him a red-hot crack at it. Then through midfield, I mean, look, Rico Henry will be on the left, of course. The 2 midfield options is where I get stuck, because there's a few good options. I think, looking at form, Norgard has to be one of them. I'm not sure whether he should be the ball-winning or the deep-lying, but then do we go Onyeka? No. Let's go... Look, for now, we'll go Janelt. And is Janelt better? Yeah, that's better. That works better. Janelt can be the ball-winning and Norgard the deep-lying playmaker. This is probably what we'll end up playing today in this game against Arsenal that we got today. But for now, I'm looking at it. The idea, right? When I looked at the squad, I want Damsgaard to be the advanced playmaker, and I want Mbeumo to be a second striker in behind Ivan Toney. That does mean that Mbeumo we'll have to train him as like a shadow striker in behind. But I think he's just got good stats for it. Obviously, he's a winger or striker by trade, so you'd hope that he can do it to some degree. He's going to have to get used to it pretty quick because we've got Arsenal today, so it might be a rough one. Ivan Toney, of course, complete forward. I'm not, attached to it. It could be whatever. I might change that in the next 2 minutes. I don't know. Other than that, look, everyone else, people can go on the bench. I don't really care who goes on the bench and who doesn't. I'm just sort of doing it based on whether they've played much or not. We've got 4 more spots on the bench. Grab Lewis Potter because he's seemed decent. Janssen, Onyeka, and none of them are good options. Jorgensen, because we're maybe short on defensive options on the bench. Look, that's how we'll line up for the first game anyway. I might change it. Let me know what you think, whether you think there are tweaks I should make or changes in roles that we should make, but I think that's a pretty decent chop at it. Unless Damsgaard's... that's what he's best at, through the middle, so that's where I see him, and I would like to have him progressing the ball through there as a playmaker, finding Mbeumo, finding Toney, linking up with Rico Henry and maybe Rest have a bit too. There's not much else to do. Because we are, 2/3, I guess, 2/3 of the way through the season, there's not really much for us to do. We'll play today's game, and then between this video and the next video, I'll play to the end of the season. We'll see how we got on, see how the tactic works, see that, things like that. And then video number 3, that'll be the transfer window. That'll be where we need to make changes, decide who stays, who goes, who we need to train differently, who we need to take somewhere else. I don't know. I'm excited though. I'm excited. I always get excited when I'm just doing something different, something new, which is what this is. It's not something I'm super familiar with. Playing this sort of formation with wide centre backs, I don't think I've ever used. Brentford, I don't think I've ever done in a Football Manager or FIFA even, maybe? I don't know. I'm excited though. I'm into it. Let's now skip ahead to, I guess, us walking out at the Brentford Community Stadium against Arsenal. Alright, so here we go. We are about to get underway. I should, I guess, say that the manager's name, it is Spike Toller, as you can see on his screen here. Basically, I went to a random name generator, as you can see there. Went to a random name generator, hit it 9 times, because we're 9th in the league table. And it came out with Spike Toller. So that's our name. That's the man that's going to lead Brentford to the promised land here at the Community Stadium. I'm just going to hit that with a pause because I hate that it does it every time, man. Every dang time. Football Manager, sort it out. SI. See what I did there. We're also going to hit them with an encourage. I should also say, before this match, we've been on I think it was a 3 or 4 game losing streak. We were higher than 9th at one stage, and now we started to dip down to 9th. Not great having our first game go up against Arsenal, but very, very much hopeful that we can today just play well. I just want to see, we're not high pressing, but I want to see us stick it to them in some degree. It's going to be hard with, 3 centre backs, 2 holding midfielders, and then wing backs. It's not really an attacking or stick it to them type formation, but I want to see them get the game by the scruff of the neck like this. Ivan Toney scored after 11 minutes. That is fantastic. Vitaly Janelt, the great assist. He's playing that, as I said, the ball-winning midfielder role. He's picked out a great pass, though. We might need to switch him to the playmaker role, maybe, but here it is with Roslev. Thought he had lost it to Martinelli, but he wins the tackle back. Janelt then, a nice little lofted ball over the top for Ivan Toney. Finishes beautifully across Ramsdale. I was going to say Ramsey. Ramsdale to put us up 1-0. That is fantastic. I'll hit us with a nice praise after that one. Man, I'm nervous. Look, I want to see how this tactic goes. I want to see how we go in the Premier League playing this formation, this sort of defensive-looking formation, but attacking tactics, and player roles that aren't necessarily all defensive. I guess the wide centre backs are on the defensive role. What? Are you kidding me? It's 2-0. Mikel Damsgaard has just thumped one in from 25 yards out. That is sensational. It came from nothing, but he's just thumped it in from absolutely ages out. Here it is with Zinchenko playing forward to Fabio Vieira, loses out to Janelt. Ivan Toney then gets tackled well by Jorginho, but it falls to Damsgaard, who's just damn indeed, absolutely damn. That was absolutely sensational. Powers it past Ramsdale. We're up 2-0. Oh no. Come on, man. Come off it. Are you serious? This is ridiculous. Are you serious? Alright, we're just going to have to go to like that, I guess. So we keep our general shape. Our wingbacks can still attack down the sides. But now it's just Mbeumo and Damsgaard up there. We're not going to play out of defense. We're going to go a bit more direct. Come on, Ivan. Seriously, man. Like, it's gone so well. The first 29, 30 minutes of it. The first 32 minutes, I should say, I guess, given the goal was in the 36. Anyway, man, really? What a start. Now they're through. Martinelli, absolutely through. Chips it over the keeper and scores. And just like that, in the space of 4 minutes, it's gone from 1-0 to 2-0 to a red card for us to... What's the space that Martinelli had there was ridiculous. Where is everyone? Not good. Doesn't look good. With the defensive shape there is not great. And that may be down to the formation and the player roles, maybe. Tactics, I don't know. We'll see. Here's another highlight, though. It is Saka on the ball, giving it back to Tomiyasu into Saka, in the box now. Cross goals. Just squeezes wide. Fabio Vieira with the effort. Man, this is breathless and scary, and look, I don't love it. Fabio Vieira to take the corner, hopefully headed away. It is by Pinnock. Effort by T, and he goes over the bar, thankfully. We'll hit them with the praise. Ivan Toney, you mug, you absolute prick. Why are you like this? Another highlight. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. All right, then. Well, I did vaguely set up the tactics from... like the set pieces, I guess, but clearly that, as you can see on your screen, there's a bit of an issue with it, with how deep we sat, and then there was just this dude sat there free as a bird. I don't understand. Anyway, that's halftime. It's 2-2. It's been an absolute roller coaster. It's Ivan Toney, you prick. Why are you like this? Like, who knew Ivan Toney would do that? Who had any idea Ivan Toney had that in his game? You know, ridiculous. Highlight straight from kickoff, though, basically. Cleared upfield by Raya. Now Damsgaard wins it. Looks for Mbeumo. Mbeumo? I'm going to work out a way of saying it, and that's what I'm going to stick with. He scored, though. This game is ridiculous. This has been insane. It's now 3-2 after 47 minutes, and Rico Henry has just got a beautiful assist for Mbeumo. I need to pick a way of saying it and just stick with it, I think. A good cross from Rico Henry in that attacking wing-back role. Finds Mbeumo up top, and he powers it past Ramsdale to put us back up. Clearly we're not, actually performing as the better side, but it seems to be working out so far. Sort of. Look, they're the better side. They have the man advantage now, and maybe we should look to scale it back a bit. We will do now. Alright, so subs we are making. You can see the analysis hates us for some reason, but that, I don't know why. Tell me what it is. What's the issue? Tell me. Show me the... Anyway, Damsgaard we've brought off for Lewis Potter, and then Norgard we've brought off for Frank Onyeka. We need to start training, where is he? Matthijs Jansen as a holding midfielder, so he can easily slot in, because, if we go to take off Janelt, it says that we don't have an option. We clearly do, but, he's not ready yet. That's the only two subs we'll go with for right now, but let's say there's plenty of time left, make an impact. Let's hopefully hold on to this. I've also started to drop the wing backs back, so they're not on attacking roles now, so they're on support, but it's a highlight here after 72 minutes. Arsenal on the attack, Zinchenko on the ball. Fabio Vieira through to Gabby Jesus, and he's scored. It's 3-3. Oh man, it's just like, what are the chances that this is the game, What are the chances that this is the game that God damn Ivan Toney does that? It's my first game in charge. Surely you know, oh, I've got a new manager. I want to show him that I'm, you know, fit for purpose, that I'm ready to go and whatever. Nah. Idiot. We've brought on Matthijs Jansen as the deep lying playmaker. We've brought on Aaron Hickey at left back. We've got one sub left, but I don't really want to make any of the other changes because it's just Mbeumo or a centre back to change, and I don't really love the singular centre back. Oh, singular centre back option's okay, but that hasn't been the problem really. Let's do it. Let's take Ben Mee off and put Pinnock at the wide left back role. Look, we need them to make an impact because we've blown so much of a lead. Like, we were up 2-0, then 3-2, and we've blown it yet again here. Simple move from a throw-in, just a little bit of interplay between Fabio Vieira and Zinchenko. Vieira then easily, with all the space in the world, fires it through. For Gabby Jesus to put that one in. It's now 80 minutes in. I'm just keen on this game ending now. It's ridiculous. It's breathless. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose after being in such good position and Ivan Toney screwing us. We're getting close now. We might have got a point out of it. And we have. Look, being a man down against the third place team for, you know, 70 minutes, 60 minutes of it, that's decent. I'll take that. Anyway, so that will wrap it up for today's video. A 1-1 draw. We've set the scene. We've set our lineup, our tactics. We're just got to hope that we can, I guess, like the aim, I guess, will be like maintain this. I don't see Europe being a thing. Like, we're 12 points off Tottenham and they have a game in hand. So I also don't necessarily want it to be a thing because I don't think next season will be necessarily ready for it with, like, I don't know how much of a budget we'll end up having next season. Like, right now, it says the budget will be 24 million. You can see some staff coming in. They were already coming in. I didn't do any of that. But with a 24 million budget, I don't know if one transfer window is going to be enough to prepare us for Europe. So maybe I'd be happy with finishing 9th, 7th, 8th, that sort of region, I guess. But you'll have to tune in next video to see it. Next video will be the last game of the season. Who have we got on the last game? We've got Leicester. A few tough games to come. My goodness, we've just played Arsenal. We've got United, Liverpool, Man City, Tottenham and Chelsea all to come. Could we have played just some of the hard people in this losing streak? Goodness me. And we lost to Bournemouth at Fulham. Oh man, it's been a free fall, hasn't it? Ridiculous. Good start though with a 3-3 draw. Absolutely love that. If it didn't come from being ahead by 2 goals and then also ahead by 1 goal and having a man sent off, a 3-3 draw against Arsenal I would have been absolutely pumped with. It just turns out that I'm disappointed now, which is probably a good sign, I guess. Anyway, that'll wrap up today's video, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching. Make sure you do leave us a like down below. Subscribe if you're new around here. Comment what you think of the video, of the series, of whatever you reckon. Leave us a like down below. Subscribe if you're new. Comment things, whatever. Until next time when we go again, hopefully solidified mid-table finishes. Peace.